Hi everyone, this is Ronnie from UK Fruit Fest and from YouTube and everything. Thank you for following the channel. I'm here talking about a raw vegan and fruitarian style diet. Why am I doing that? Because I think it is the future of the planet, I guess. I think it's something that everyone needs to learn about and something that everyone needs to know about a truth about humanity, that we are fruit eaters and frugivores. Whatever that means in terms of what the exact diet is, maybe we don't know yet, but our diet should be full of fruit and based on fruit, and we should have fruit growing everywhere, and our connection with fruit and with trees is such a positive and good thing. Let's get into the video anyway. I'm going to talk about why is supplementation not working for people. I watched a video recently with Megan Elizabeth, who's now no longer vegan, no longer raw vegan, and we've seen this trend recently with a number of fairly public vegans, many of them ex-raw vegans, many of them used to attend the Woodstock Fruit Festival, are now not on a vegan diet even anymore. The thing about Megan Elizabeth is that a number of years ago she was public about having some issues with her diet and lifestyle, and she went to Don Bennett, who's a well-known speaker and teacher in the raw vegan movement, and I believe there's a video about this all online. I think that he recommended some supplementation and things like that, and she got some benefits from it and felt a lot better from it, and that was it. You know, that was it all solved. So you would think that okay, then she would just continue on a raw vegan diet after that, and that didn't happen. She went back to a cooked vegan diet, and now we don't know exactly what's happened, but now she's not on a vegan diet, and she's mentioned this in an interview recently. So this isn't me bringing this all out. And Megan at one point was, I don't know where you would put her in the rankings or whatever, but she was a very well-known influencer in the raw vegan movement and had a lot of books and great videos and recipe videos and really put out a lot of good stuff. And spoke at the Woodstock Festival, and she's a really smart person. I like Megan. I've not spoke to her a lot, but I've met her a number of times at the Woodstock Festival, and I've got nothing bad to say about her and anything. And why has supplementation not worked for her? Why hasn't it not worked for other people? And why do I not recommend it? Why do I not think that the first thing you need to do is start supplementing before you've even eaten any fruit? Some people want to get you to supplement. Well, to me, it's because I don't believe that was the problem. I don't believe that most people that are having issues on this diet or on this lifestyle are having an issue that is related to the idea of a deficiency or whatever. What I want to say is most people who come into this lifestyle already have a pre-programmed idea, a conditioned idea that this diet is insufficient or that it's not got everything. Everyone thinks that when they come into it. Why? Because of your programming, your conditioning as a child, all the things that you learned, all the words that people said to you, all the videos and TV shows you watched telling you that meat was important, that meat gave you protein, that calcium made your bones strong and you need to have dairy. And you've still got the remnants of a lot of this still in your mind. And that's what a lot of these people who have went back to these foods, they also still have that still in their mind. This is what I believe anyway. So they've still got these ideas that these foods somehow are healthy or nutritious or have things in them that will help them out, and that a vegan or raw vegan diet has got things missing. And I really believe that is a big part of this. It's fear, it's worry, it's anxiety. And when people are getting sick, they're immediately connecting their problem with their diet. And we don't see that in the conventional world. What we see is people getting incredibly sick and never once blaming their diet, because they've been told all their life that diet is the diet they should be eating, or at least that's what they feel. And everyone around them seems to be eating that diet. So it's all psychological. Why are none of them looking at their diet? How come when we speak to them, some really sick people, and say your diet is the problem, we can't get them to change? We can't get them to even think, because they're so conditioned and programmed to believe that. And when they come, if someone does come into this lifestyle, they've still got all that, and they're still so fearful, and they've never been told about the incredible nutrition in fruits and vegetables, really. They've kind of been told it's good, but they've never been told about the incredible nutrition in fruits and vegetables, and how they're the best foods for us. They're the most nutritious foods for us. They don't get advertising on that every single day confirming that for them. They don't have people around them saying that all the time. They don't see examples of it all the time. And I spoke to Don a little bit, and he criticises Doug Graham for saying, Doug Graham would say in talks, why are he would basically say, raw vegans shouldn't be worried about nutrition. Your neighbours should be worried about their nutrition. And to me, that's still absolutely true. Raw vegans and vegans worry more about nutrition than anyone else, because they've got this inbuilt fear, this programmed fear that there is something missing in their diet. Everyone else doesn't have that, and yet their diet is terrible. It's horrendous. It is so bad that it is so supplemented by the government and the various agriculture departments of government around the world that are fortifying the flour, fortifying the cereals, adding things in, putting things, even injecting B12 into the animals and things like that. So there's all this stuff happening to try and prop people's health up with these terrible diets. And people have this illusion that they're living on a healthy diet. I don't agree that supplementation is the big thing. It's not that it might not be an issue sometimes, and I've not got any dogma against the idea of people supplementing if it's something you want to do. But here's what I see is people giving way too much weight to it, way too much importance to it. Someone goes on a raw vegan diet for a week, and all of a sudden they're saying, I'm feeling this and that, maybe I need to supplement. And then if they go into a forum and they write that, 1 million people write a response. Maybe it's magnesium, maybe it's chromium, maybe it's vitamin something, maybe it's vitamin D, vitamin B12, have you done this? And I might write, how long have you done this diet? Oh, just for 5 days. No, this is my first day. Oh, I've done it for a month. Yes. It's very unlikely you've developed any kind of deficiency in a month, but people get so crazy about it. And what I'm finding is that the people that push supplementation and think that it's a good idea and want to tell people to do it, they jump in and they're telling people to supplement without even knowing anything about their situation. It's crazy to me. To me, it's like a bit of a medical issue. If you really think you need to supplement, I mean, I've known so many people that have made these kind of mistakes, but I know this lady that she was saying I've been doing the 80-10-10 diet, which she wasn't. So a friend of mine here, she wasn't doing the 80-10-10 diet, and she was saying, but regardless, she was saying, I'm sure I've got a thyroid problem. I'm sure I've got a thyroid problem. I said, well, what did your doctor say? Oh, the doctor says I don't. But my dad had one, and I'm sure I have one, And it was just all, to me, it was all in her mind. And then she started to take iodine and stuff and whatever, and she was feeling better or whatever. But the doctor didn't even confirm that she had any issue. She was going against advice, and then and of course, when people don't like what their doctor says, they start to build up all these conspiracy theories. Oh, well, they don't really know this and that and whatever. The supplement thing is a problem for me because it has been such a conspiracy, not a conspiracy theory, but it's been a marketing sales, it's a product basically, and it's supplements and nutritional things are pretty high margin products that are sold again and again and again. Health food stores, that's what they rely on, that's why they exist, is because there is enough of a margin there for selling these to me, worthless items. Most of these things are completely worthless. You go into a health food store and there's bottles and pills and potions. If you actually took the stuff in the health food store that has any value to your health, there would be about a little thing that size. You couldn't have a shop. So they have to have this shelf after shelf after shelf of vitamins, supplements, minerals, a new thing. They have magazines saying, oh, you need to make sure you have enough of this, you need to make sure you have enough of this. It's all marketing, just marketing nonsense information. Just the same lies, the same myths recycled. And the biggest one is the soils are depleted, so all the food doesn't have enough minerals and nutrients in it anymore. Bullshit, just total nonsense. If you've bought into that, it's just because you've heard it over and over. There is no science behind that. There is zero science behind that. People have said to me, all the science, and they might show one article or one thing. I'm like, okay, well, that's your one thing, which doesn't even say what you think it says often. That's your one article, and you're going up against the fact that the scientific authorities are testing this and monitoring this every year, and you think that one study is better than all that. It's just crazy. And you really shouldn't fear about the quality of your fruits and vegetables. They are this stuff is monitored. This stuff is and the fruits, and they wouldn't even grow if there wasn't enough minerals in the soil and vitamins in the minerals and stuff in the soil. They wouldn't even grow, right? It's just it's crazy, right? And people start making up deficiencies that don't exist and prescribing them and start acting like doctors, and it's just craziness. And all the while, none of the people had an actual problem with the deficiency, not one person, right? So Megan Elizabeth, Elise Strauvan, all these people, a lot of these people were supplementing already. So why didn't that work? If it was as easy as you've got a deficiency, you need to supplement, and then you're better, then it would have worked for all of them. It doesn't work because that's not the problem. The problem's up here. The problem's in your head. The problem's the fact that there's so many things in life that can affect your health, but you go to the one thing that you're most worried about, which is your diet. Instead of looking at your sleep, your stress, your relationships, your friendships, your environment, are you living a life that is full of purpose, and various things like that, So I don't believe that the vast majority of the time that supplementation is the issue. Now, I'm not dogmatic about it, but for me, speak to your doctor, get some testing done if that's your thing, have a look into it. But remember that there's this massive thing called the placebo effect, and that almost anything that you supplement with, you're going to feel some kind of bump or boost, or you're going to feel, oh yeah, I feel a little bit of a difference, or whatever. Often, if you believe it, you're going to feel better, and it's just placebo effect. And because of that, people go from one sup to another, to another, to another, to another, because they're looking for that constant placebo effect feeling, and it's all rubbish, right? So I see that as veering into the medical advice area, which I'm not here to give you. But it is something that you could have, if for example, if you think you're low on some kind of thyroid thing, you should speak to a doctor about it. Who knows what it is? It could be a cancer, it could be a tumour. I don't want to scare you, but don't just assume that it's some supplement. What if you did have some serious issue and someone else told you, nah, just supplement, and actually you had cancer, or actually you had a virus or malaria or something crazy like that? Who knows? I'm just saying it's not whatever. So supplementation is not working for people. I think people need to go back to doing the diet right. Make sure you're doing the diet right. And if you really want to, I do some coaching. I don't do a lot of coaching, but I will take on individuals. I might put out some more information about that soon, but that's basically my big message right now. That's my big message right now. That's it's so clear to me when people say to me, all these raw, like Don Bennett said to me, lots of raw vegans have come to me, they've had problems, and I've helped them out, and I'm like, Don, so many of them are not even vegan anymore. So the supplementation isn't working. We need to go back to the drawing board and do the diet right. So thank you very much for watching the video. Please feel free to subscribe, share it, and comment below. Thank you.